Okay, so argon is 18, hydrogen is 1, and oxygen is 8. So yeah, my original thought process, yeah, 1 and 8, which equals 9, understanding. Now, really, God, y'all gonna do this to me now? They really gonna hit me with that one, man. That's another thing. Even communication is art. The way that God speaks through you, to other people, including yourselves and my own, even that is a form of art. Cause it takes understanding of who you are for you to understand and know certain cues. Have you ever wondered those type of people who have specific body parts that just itch or hurt or do something that's unique to them and no one else? And that's like, oh, wait a minute, when this happens, you already know it's about to rain. And all of a sudden it freaking rains. There's a reason. Communication from God. That's communication from spirit. Point being, God is the architect, but also an artist, which is why God just be doing random things just because. And that is now my head canon. Thinking like a creator, an artist specifically. Now I'm thinking, how many things that God has just done in this lifetime that God was like, I'm gonna just go do it just because. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Because if God is truly a reflection of us, he would do, again, God has no gender, but it's kind of like, what's the word for it? A mental habit. It ain't the exact thing that I wanted to say, but it's exactly what's relevant for him. It's a mental habit that I can't just stop saying. Like, I gotta constantly remind myself that God has no gender because God is an omnipotent entity, that into which encompasses all of us, and we are God. This is God. Everything else around us is God because we are made up of God. And thus, I am not separate from you. You are not of me. Neither are our enemies thereof. And hence, I just I don't even finna say dumbed down. I just extremely simplified what God truly is, who God truly is. You. Back to all of this. When we talk about God just doing random things, I really believe that the frequency of hydrogen was just done on accident. And I really believe that hands down. I don't even think the creator just had a set rule or a set number. I think the creator just did it, if I'm being honest. And I believe that's how we just gotta approach life. We just gotta do things and roll off what works and build on what works until you get a beautiful planet, Earth, solar system, galaxies, etc. Are there going to be black holes? Probably. But at the very least, we can focus on the stars. We can focus on what is there. We can focus on what isn't there. The galaxy is constantly going to go rolling around, and it's going to collapse and then expand and then collapse and then expand and then collapse and then expand and then collapse and then expand for infinity. Because nothing truly can stop the universe. Nothing can truly stop the creator, no matter if you thought you did. So don't even try it. You feel what I'm saying? Oh my God, but man, there is appreciation in that and humbleness too. Because if your creator was just doing random things and whatever and just worked off what works best for that creator specifically, Brody really just freestyled his entire reality and we just living in it. And that's what I choose to believe. I feel like we should live our life like that. Just freestyle our life. 333 is what I'm saying. It's like freestyle our life. Focus on what works, build on that. And as long as we are following these universal laws, not these legal laws, again, that one's debatable, but is it really though? After what happened now, is it really? But again, coming back to the point, what I'm saying, follow God's laws. Don't hurt nobody. Be pure hearted. Love yours, love everyone else. Praise the Lord. Please. Praise and glory to the Most High, i.e., yourself and others. And yeah. Once you really look at it like that, and hold on, because there is one more piece to the puzzle here. Even though we all are a part of this omnipotent being, I still believe there is a higher consciousness, or at the very least, a higher consciousness that into which this entity embodies. It's almost like a hive mind, where multiple things and everything stems from that one hive mind, but that one hive mind can act on its own and can do things that the babies truly can't. It's like an ant colony, except the queen ant is the entire colony. And the baby ants and all the little baby queen ants and all this, that, and the third, they are all still the queen ant. When one perishes, another comes in. And thus the cycle continues. And that's us. That's this. That's this. That's me and that's you. That is what God is. That is the embodiment and the encompassment thereof, God. And once you start to see God like that, you start to understand how powerful you truly are. Because we are all one. We are not separate from one another. So to all of you egotistical bastards out there, yeah, you know what? I'm just throwing shots. Like it. Is that wrong? I feel like part of that is wrong, but part of that is like kind of a truth. So it depends on the intention. There it is. It depends on the intention. I'll say I was wrong because the intention of me just, throwing shots at people. At the same exact time, I gotta call y'all out. To those of y'all who think y'all are at the center of the universe, just know that you, me, and everyone else plays a bigger role in this omnipotent being's menagerie of schemes, because ain't no telling what this being got cooking up in the freaking pot. Right now, this being is probably cooking up freaking superheroes and how we can really have that in our reality. Specifically, those with powers. God just looked at somebody like, the creator of Batman really created a character everyone loved. Now let's bring him into my reality now. Like, oh God. And then this multi-dimensional being could probably create a pocket universe or just another universe that's parallel to ours. And we wouldn't even have a clue until God's like, okay, it's time. You there, my son, or you, my daughter, create a portal and create accidents. That way we can have proof that I've done this. You feel what I'm saying? Oh man. The sky's there is no limit here. God is truly our freaking architect here. And we are the encompass of God. And I gotta come back to this freaking hydrogen thing. Man, we done went so far off track. I'm 7 minutes in. We done went so far off track. Let's go back to the hydrogen. Again, I'm saying God probably flicked it or just spoke. And boom, it just went at that freaking frequency. And after that freaking frequency, the ball just got rolling at that point. And really, it's not even freaking hydrogen, if I'm being real. It's the first quantum particle that's even there. Because if we're looking at freaking entropy, like everything was just mish, did that and the third. And whatever was closest to God's mouth when God spoke was the particle that got charged and it snowballed into a huge freaking bang. A quantum snap, if you would, where every particle was at superposition because of entropy. Like part 3. Nah, we saving this one part 3.